some of the listeners that are in real estate as investors, they feel naturally they would like to potentially become an agent.
Yeah.
And can you touch on where the industry is at? Because I'm sure some things that come through people's minds are like, because people ask me about like Purple Bricks or like Zillow or other types of, or other like Zolo, like, wow, there's lots of companies coming after our jobs.
Yeah. And they're probably that is the future of real estate. Like you can't stop evolution, right? Like you can't stop different models. You can't stop different opportunities for people. And I truly believe that, yeah, like whether I agree with it or not, I've just seen some of these models have the biggest thing that they're gearing themselves to is to provide data. They're just able to provide data at a level that's faster, more efficient. I'm not going to name drop which company, you mentioned it already, but I won't give them any more promotion than they already have. But one of the things that they do is they have an artificial intelligence app built into it. And that artificial intelligence app, it goes right to the consumer within 3 days of being assigned an agent. There's an email that goes to the consumer saying, hey, I'm just curious, can you just tell us, do you like working with Marianne? Has she done a good job for you? Answer just 3 questions for us to make sure. And if you're not happy with her, we need to know that. And the data is freaking instant. I don't know one real estate team that has that kind of technology. And it's like, so all these aggregators that are coming into the network, they're providing a consumer experience where they're getting data and information out in rocket speeds about whether your client is being serviced at the level they want to, whether your client is qualified at the level they want them to, whether you're getting the deals, whether your client's upset. When you write an offer, you have to put it into the system that you wrote an offer. Within 24 hours, it checks and says, hey, how did you find the presentation offer? Did you think you were going to get it? Are you happy with the price that she negotiated for you? Like, you can't get that anywhere else. And that's where the industry is coming, is the industry is going to be able to say, what does that do for your client? It increases retention, it nips problems in the butt right away, but it also provides a level of service that the consumer has never experienced before. So if you're getting into real estate and you're really kind of wondering how you're ever going to compete with those type of companies, which are going to come in and develop their own brokerages, you need to look at the consumer experience within your business. Doesn't matter if you're a single agent or a mega agent, you need to look at how well do we know when our consumers are happy, when they're not happy, where we're getting A+, and where we're getting Fs, because everything can be fixed, but not if we're waiting till after the transaction, then we don't know where we lost a client perhaps, or where we really excelled. And that's the kind of data that's invaluable in the real estate industry right now. So, and you don't need $70,000 a year in a product for that to happen. You can create that within your own company. So as long as teams and individuals start focusing in and saying, okay, all these competitors, what is the underlying thing that they're doing? And yes, they're providing leads and stuff, but it's all about the consumer experience. And we need to be really on top of what people are experiencing when they do business with us. And sometimes it's a very hard pill to swallow, but your consumer loyalty will continue on if you know what it is.
Right. So it's like, bottom line is like, be a good business and you'll be fine.
Be Disney. Be Disney. Be Disney. Make it the happiest place in the world for your clients, and you're going to never have a problem. But if you're not Disney and you're not doing that, then you know what? Then you have to make sure that your product is better than anybody else's product, and that they'll want it. And even like from coaching perspective, we just brought somebody on board who's going to be in charge of experiences, and only because yes, we're lucky. We provide a very unique service, very boutique style, very one-on-one style coaching service for businesses, but we need to get better at that Disney experience. So now we have finally said, okay, we're unique, so we can capitalize on the business coaching market, but now let's add that, because it's really, I've seen how great it is, and I've seen how important it is, and I've seen what consumers expect. And if we're ever going to combat some of the ridiculous models like the auction models or the discount broker models or whatever the case is, and commission cutting and all that kind of stuff, if we're ever going to conquer that in the industry, we have to look at what our consumers are experiencing, and when and where are they happy, and how can we blow them out of the water so that they don't even look at those other models.
Mm-hmm. For our business, because we're so specific in what we do, and high service, and it's stressful to be an investor at times, right? So that's why we focus on being available to them, and
Oh yeah.
being their guide in this process of being a real estate investor, a landlord.
Yeah, well, we even think like, look at the shock of how different things are right now. Like not to pimp the tires of Tesla, but you don't go in and buy a Tesla. You buy your Tesla online.
Yeah,
You buy
I looked at it on my phone last night.
Yeah, like you buy your phones online, you buy your Tesla online. Like literally, you buy a Tesla. You order your Tesla online. You don't ever like, that's crazy, right? So that's product domination. At some point, though, Tesla's going to have to like up that game, and it's going to have to change, because consumer, like, they dominate in the electric car industry right now. At some point, they won't. So they'll have to change their model a little bit, but until then, look what they've accomplished in the car and auto industry. It evolved. When did any dealer that you would ever walk into, like at Jaguar or Mercedes or anything, say, well, guess what, we don't need car salesmen, we're never going to sell a car in house anymore, just buy it online? That's insane.
I checked yesterday, the ETA for the car I wanted is it's August now. It was saying March or April.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good sales process.
It's amazing when you think about it. And it's like, we have clients who are just like, I just bought a Tesla. I'm like, oh, just buy it online. Sure did. And I'm like, but there's a company that they represent that says, hey, if you want to test drive it here. If you want to rent one of our cars for 3 days, here you go. And I'm like, so it's like, it's all these things that are evolving. So you kind of have to take your real estate business and, whether it's an investment business, a rent to own business, a real estate resale business, whatever business it is in real estate, the number one area that we're missing is artificial intelligence that dives in automatically and checks in with your consumers and your clients on the processes as it's happening in real time. Mm-hmm. And that is the biggest market opportunity for every real estate company and brokerage in existence. You get that data and you get that information, you will literally dominate the industry. And I don't know many brokerages doing that right now, but I know that the competitors are chomping at that.
Right.
Yeah. Brokerages are still focused. Brokerages are still focused on the things that I bring to the table. Oh, we'll teach you how to coach, or we'll teach you how to sell real estate. There's too many people that you can leverage that out to right now that are doing it way better at a brokerage level, that you shouldn't be keeping them in-house anyway. Refer them out and focus in on the consumer experience, and you'll have a way, way better brokerage.